Partnerships, alliances and networks that cut across sectors and organizations have become very popular. Even so, the management of different institutional logics is key to success or failure. How do partners in public-private joint ventures tackle the issue? ESADE professors Saz-Carranza and Francisco Longo conducted a study to find out. The study looked at the clash between business and public service ways of doing things, and at both the resulting management problems and their solutions.
Many of the problems within public and private sector seem to derive from the fact that they do not know each other sufficiently and that they work in very different ways. We found different patterns depending whether the respondent was private or was public manager. Well, essentially we find that there are two things or two dimensions that are somewhat problematic. Now, when you have a businessman relating to a public servant or a politician, and vice versa, both sides come with their ideas about how things work.
The study examined a public-private venture making high-risk investments in the city of Manresa. The research involved conducting interviews with players to discover what difficulties arose and how they were overcome.
Their institutional logic in business is that your utmost goal or most important goal is efficiency. What happens in the public sector? The public sector has this idea of community good, no? As the public value. We find that the way public and private organizations are controlled has an effect on how people see each other and also generates some problems. Why does this generate tension in a public-private alliance? Because in a public-private alliance, when things are decided in the board, the business partner thinks it's done, it's given, it will happen. There are certain practices, collaborative practices that can help in bridging these logics. Think somewhat more in these terms. I'm not saying to forget about efficiency at all. This is a company, we need to make money, we need to produce returns for our investors, but probably much more political management, mobilizing support. So those are the two key points. So when you work with the public sector, you have to understand that the public sector works with a logic of social legitimacy, which is not always possible, but that's what usually the sort of support that the public leader is going after. And the other one is commonsensical, create spaces to understand the other side.